Hello everybody. There are many great covers by bands of this wonderful song, but not many just, for piano solo. Why is that? Because they all give away the great possibilities of enriching this song with stylish fills. I use fills in the style of Floyd Kramer because I think it suits the piece very much. I hope you do as well. I will explain these fills that are actually the only hard bits in this song. You will see in my lesson afterwards. Please enjoy, please learn it. See you later. So welcome to my help section. What is the difficulty in this piece? Definitely not the melody, and definitely not the left hand. It's always the same in each chord. And the melody is always the same in each verse. A little bit different in the syncopations, but you can take the first verse and just repeat it, except the fills. The fills are where I will help you now. Just, going back a little bit, what I meant with the syncopation in the melody is, That's a typical work you have to do, you know? Bop, bop, dub, bop, and then come the fills. And they're the tricky bit, and let's have a look at those, okay? Now, many of you who follow me know already this very common and beautiful sounding thing of this. I show you all the professional tricks here and make it easy for you. You better subscribe, no one else is showing them as charmingly as I do. Just kidding. But let's have a look. To make this sound smooth and gingerly, you have to practice a little bit. That we have, you play this one together, and then you play this one together, here. It needs a while that you can play it softly in the context. But this trick is really worthwhile, taking some effort from you, because it just makes the sound so much more professional in pop piano. And once you've got it, you got it. My followers know that already. So let's have a look at these, the first fill, where we do like ba-ba-ba-bum. Here. So, ready to do this a little bit with me together? First you do this on its own, and then you do it in context. And then you come from the front, attack it. So we have it twice even. Nice sound. That is famous for the Floyd Cramer style in country piano, and this fits perfectly into this piece. And then we have, it goes on. And then we have it's the second fill. We are still in the first verse, and we have a look at this one. We are on A7 now. And separately 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we land right on the D. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and once you practice this, the whole thing is not really tough for you to play. Okay, then it goes on. We have the same. A little bit of a chordal representation. And here we have this only little tricky bit, which is like. And here I actually played it by accident, but I left it in there because you all can play it if you cannot play the fast version, like, because you're not, supple enough in the wrist, or you just have a bad day. You can play it like I played the first time. Much easier. Yeah? Bam, bam, bam. Easy like that. And now, and we have the same kind of fill here, but instead of playing it with the second to third finger, we play it. But once you get the feeling for it, you can play it evenly with the third finger, snapping on the 4. It's just important that you know that these come first, and not like this, but this. Here. these both hit first. You would call it an accidental. Or what grace note, or two-finger power slide, as I call it. Okay? And then we move on, because we have the next one. This is coming every verse, or if you could call this a verse. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. It repeats. So you just learn it once, and you have it for a lifetime. And then we do a little bit of groove. And it repeats. Oh, here I didn't play it, but you can play it. Little diversity is always good, but it doesn't really matter. And then one finger's power slide here in my language. And on my channel we speak my language. Okay? And then comes in bar 22, where we go to the next verse. We play. Let's have that in slow motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once again in slow motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here we have that, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Has a German sheep. Okay, so it's on the syncopations. Make sure you get the syncopations right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Then comes the next verse. It's the same as the first verse. And then we have. And then. Yeah, this is a kind of chordal fill which I do. Beside these fills, I have these chord fills that, I jump to the chord section here. 1 and 2 and 3. And you see what I do here is, you might know it from my tutorial on the temporary subdominant. We are in D. And I just squeeze in a little G. It's not even notated in the chord signature, but I just do it on my own account. It doesn't have to. It's a very common thing in pop piano, country piano, in blues, in what have you. Only not in classical. Okay? 1 and 2 and G briefly. Only to arrive at the D. It's just a little transitory gimmick. And we go to the next. And here we have a fill with octaves here. A little bit different sound here. Why not? Treat you really nicely today. And you see again, shiny 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is also, my slow motion is really slow. So you can find out that really easily. And then same repeats, and then we have the little run up, the little fill, or let's say transition to the F part. What's that? So we are in bar 37. We are going from D to F. How will we do it? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Look at my right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And here we are in F. D, F. That's how easy it is. No sorcery here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and nicely in F. 1 and 2 and ba 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 ba. Just easy, huh? And here we have it again, you see, and it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful sound. What was I? 1 and 2 and ba 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 ba. Again, a little interplay here, a little fill to lead a second time into the F chord. How can you count this? Let's have a look. No, this one. Originally it would be 3 on 2, but I'm a nice guy. You can count it differently. You can count it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. One more time. Now with the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now come on, you can do that, okay? And then we just have, you know, blah 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 da ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba. And then we're in the next verse after that strange interlude, which is quite amazing. It comes quite as a surprise now in this kind of piece, like to G to C sharp minor. Sounds a little bit spaced out. Maybe he had a spliff where he was composing that right that moment. And then to C, almost a classical, like deceptive little resolution. And but he's not finishing. They're going to B minor. Very beautiful, but quite spaced out at the same time. And then last verse. Now we have the last hard fill. I believe it's the last hard fill, or the last but one. 1 and 2 and. Okay, we are in bar 58 now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Can you recall this? Yeah, you should better recall it, because it's just about 3 minutes ago that we had this here. And now it's just, wrapped up in a little bit different paper. 1. And off we go. Again, the same thing wrapped in yet another beautiful, colorful, shiny paper here. You know who plays the same kind of piano to this kind of songs? Norah Jones. Just recalled what fills she played in her country style, bluesy country style songs. Now, and then comes here again. You don't have to read the notes for this. It's just a G leading to the D. Sounds great if you give the first one a little push and the second one a little softer. Sounds better. You see, I did a little bit of difference here. Now I don't just play 2 notes, and I just add a third background singer. You know, there's a little bit of more effect of more there. Before we just had 2 background singers. Now the third background singer is coming back from the cigarette break, or she maybe just had a hot dog somewhere and she's coming back and joining. And she's gone again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not quite stringent by Christian played, but it doesn't matter in the sound. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. And now we have the last hard bet here. You see, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, you might think, oh, I'm never going to play that. But you will, because you know what it is after I explain it to you. You see, we are in bar 73 now. So, it's the last chordal fill. And let's have a look. I play it as a whole. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. And we start here with a D. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now you know my trick. You don't have to read 3 notes. You just see the G structure. So it's D, G, D, G, D. It's good to unveil, to discern the structure behind it, because you don't have to remember 12 or 27 notes, but it's just G, D inversion, D, basic position. 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And it sounds so great, and yet it's so simple. I'm just working with inversions here. Do it 3 times and you got it. What is there? And we have the same. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Same thing. And then you have a rubato. And we have the same lovely, pearly ending. Now as it's coming to slow motion for you, you can easily learn that, I promise you. Make it groove after you get all the notes together, and enjoy it. See you afterwards for a brief bye-bye. You arrived here, and I hope you liked my version of this song. If you did, please leave me your thumbs. Well, one is enough. It helps my channel a lot. Thanks for watching. I recommend that you subscribe. All my song tutorials are for free, and there are hundreds. Exploit me. All the best from Berlin. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.